What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study on none other than US30. So with all that being said, let's get right on into the charts. So first things first, we're going to start off by getting our little 3-point outline. And if you don't know what that means, I simply like to do this with every outline, every case study that I do. I like to mark up the previous day's high, the previous day's low, boom. Then that's step one. Then I also like to get the Asian session range. So boom, boom. Today's Monday, by the way. So this what's it called? Can't think of the color. Gray. This gray line right here is just delineating Sunday. So this is the Sunday open. This is the market gap when the market opened, and this is the price actions that was on Sunday. Then Monday night, 12 a.m. And then this is all the price action from today, which is Monday. And the last part of the outline, we're gonna get the 12 a.m. open, which is going to be right here. So there's a number of areas in price that I personally want you guys to pay attention to. That's going to be, for one, this high, this low, and this retracement right here. Now we're going to start off with this high up here. So as you can see, this candle right here ran above the Asian session range and did what? Cleared the liquidity above this high at what time? At 9:30. It cleared that, filled in this fair value gap that we had right here, which is that gap that I was talking about when the market opened. So we came up, filled this gap in, immediately started rejecting, and then price also came up and tried to tap into 34,800 big figure level. Now, even though price did make this high right here, so I'm going to point this high right here and this high, price made an equal high, which is not something I personally like to see. In my opinion, something that I would have rather seen. I would have rather seen price clear the high before coming lower, but you're not always going to get that. So this area is where we got the high of the day. So we got this high of the day after clearing this Asian session range, filling this fair value gap, and also if we use that high right up here, the previous day's high, along with this low, this London session low. Why this low? Because from here, this is the lowest point before price started to trade higher. So if we use that, pull the fib, draw it over, you can see that even though price ran through these price levels, it didn't close above it. It closed below all of the levels, which is why it's important, because if I go like this and take off the wicks are the majority of the volume. Now, if I take off all the wicks, you clearly see that price stayed below these levels. But if I put the wick back on, you see that price ran right through it. So even though it ran through it, that is personally not why I use this fib. And if you also look, we stayed right below 34,700 big figure level. Boom. So you see, price did all these things, so now we're going to annotate it. So we got the high of the day at 9:30. Got the high of the day at 9:30 a.m. Plus, we had that fib short. We also tapped into 34,800. And I'm also going to put 34,700 because that's also where price rejected. It did tap into that 34,800, but it did hold this level, so I'm just going to have both. We also had the Asian range high cleared. What else? We also have the fair value gap fill. And what else do we have? Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 confirmations for this potential short, just like this. So now that we have this annotated up here, we're going to move on to the next part, which is all the way down here. Now this is going to come in handy. Why? We're going to use this low of the day, not low of the day, previous day's low, and we're going to draw another fib. From where? From this low to the previous day's high. And we're going to drag it over. And what do you see? Price tapped right into this fib long, and if you pay attention to where we are in price, we also tapped into 34,400 and held above that price. Now, if we look at higher time frame to see if there's a potential area in here and reason why price had this reaction, we also have this 4-hour order block right in here. This last down candle before this up move right here. Go to 15-minute time frame, and you see price tapped right into that order block, that 4-hour order block, along here. I'm gonna make this just like this, along with that big figure level 34,400. So we have this at 13 o'clock, which is 1 p.m. We have the low of the day. So we have the low of the day at 1 p.m. Plus, we had the fib long, along with the 4-hour order block rejection, along with the rejection of 34,400 big figure level. So we have multiple confirmations down here just for this one price area on why price held this area. And also the last confirmation I forgot to tell you guys with this trade up here that you could have potentially caught was we were also above the 12 a.m. open, and when we're overall bearish, we would want to be ideally selling above the 12 a.m. open, and when we're bullish, we would ideally want to be buying below the open. So that's something I'm not going to annotate that because I'm just not going to annotate it. That's not one of the main confirmations. It just happens to be one. But now I want you guys to pay attention to where you could have got a potential re-entry. So we're going to use this high right here that traded into this fib and held 34,700, and we're going to use this low right in here because this is personally a trade that I was able to catch just like this. And why are we going to use those two? Because we're simply going to use it as a potential fib. Now you see how close price got to these price levels. It isn't perfect, but if you use the continuation level, boom, look at that. Price came right into that continuation level. I'm going to draw it over just so you can see a little bit better. So we have this level holding this continuation level above that 12 a.m. open. And then from there, price just dropped lower. So we're going to annotate that. At what time does this happen? We got a potential retracement at 10:45. So at 10:45, we had that fib short, 38.20% rejection, plus above the 12 a.m. open. And we already knew more than likely price was going to continue moving lower. Why? Because we've seen that all this happened, and then we allowed price to come down, break market structure, and then from here, waited for that retracement, waited for it to come fill this gap, and then from there, price melted down, creating the low of the day at 1 p.m. after targeted the fib long 4-hour order block on 34,400 big figure level. And then also, from here, price ran back above and then just consolidated the rest of the day. So with that being said, now we're going to get the schematic. So we had the Asian session range. Then London session came, cleared those lows right over here, cleared the Asian session lows, came back into the range before eventually clearing the Asian session highs and having an overall reversal. So, didn't mean to do that, god damn it. Well, ain't that some shit. We're going to do that again. Asian session range. London cleared the lows. We ranged a little bit during London, New York, pushed higher, cleared the highs, and then came all the way down and created the low of the day. So this is a good example of a bearish New York reversal. Now, these are going to be things that you could potentially use to your advantage in the future, because if it happened once, it's more than likely going to happen again. And that's why we do these case studies, because you can learn from these. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to send it in my Telegram chat. So if you're not in the Telegram, make sure you click the link in the description. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just take a screenshot of this video right here, pause the video, just learn from it, because the reason I do this is for you guys to learn from, and it's also as like another journal for me personally. Like every video I post is like a journal for me. I can go back and rewatch these case studies and how my trade process is, and if I ever feel lost, I can go back, watch my videos, and understand the process that I go through. So with that being said, this is all I really have for you guys today. It's just a basic little case study. I was able to catch this short position like I was saying right in here. I did take majority of my profit somewhere around the 62%. I didn't hold all the way down to here, but it is what it is. A profitable day. It's only Monday. We still got the rest of the week, so hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend if you found it helpful, and make sure you stay motivated by the fear of being average. And with that being said, I'll see you all tomorrow morning for our live trading session. Everyone have a safe night, and I'll see you all in the morning.